What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Living North Phoenix podcast. I'm Blair Ballin, founder of Living North Phoenix and Valleypalooza. I was going to say my real estate team, but that has nothing to do with this. Although I am a realtor, and I'll talk about that later. Anyway, our podcast is sponsored by some amazing businesses. You've heard me say before, Copper State Moving. Marcus is the owner over there. He's awesome. It's an awesome company. I've used them before. We've also got the Labrizzis at Rapid Rooter Plumbing. So if you've got anything plumbing related, need a water softener, water filtration system, whatever it is, they can help you with that as well. And then we've got A1 Garage Door and Repair, an absolutely amazing company. Uh, Founded here in the Valley, do an amazing job. I would definitely reach out to them if you need a new garage door service, anything like that. So, we've got some other amazing sponsors. Those are our podcast sponsors right now. So, what I wanted to go over today, one thing I want to go over, and hopefully you guys find this kind of cool, is so in the Facebook group Living North Phoenix, I call it the back end. Whether we want to call it the portal or the system or whatever, it gives us different insights. And as the group admin, I can see some different things that are kind of cool sometimes, or at least it's cool to me. So what I'm looking at right now is for the past 30 days, the top posts. There's two categories, reach, which means how many people it reached or accounts it reached, and then engagement. And I don't know how they figure engagement, if it means how many people reacted to it, liked it, commented, or anything like that. And all of this should be taken with a grain of salt because it's Facebook and who knows what the numbers really are. Not saying they're wrong, but it's always tough to really know what's going on. But anyway, and it doesn't allow you, unfortunately, to sort by these things. It just gives you, and then you kind of have to go through. So I'm going to kind of quickly go through quickly in my book to see like some top ones. So right before the holidays, I made a post about the most overrated or overhyped restaurant in the Phoenix area. And this idea came to me from my daughter who was online. I don't know if she was looking on Google or ended up on Reddit somehow. And I thought the question would be good. I didn't realize it would turn into a shit show with so many different people thinking like I was ripping on restaurants that were quote unquote bad, or anything like that. The goal was really to just get an insight to the most overhyped restaurants, period. Not not restaurants where you go and you have a bad experience. Ones that, you hear all this stuff online and then there should be a waiting list or a waiting list of 50 people to get in. You get there and it's, man, that kind of thing. Overhyped. Not where you go and have a bad experience and just that makes it bad. Not most bad restaurant or the baddest restaurant, most overhyped. So it got a ton of reach, got a ton of engagement, and turned into a shit show because there were people ripping on restaurants and took it overboard and all that stuff. So there's that one. We got another one from a lady by the name of Pam, who has a son that lives in Encino, California, and was dealing with the fires there, or is dealing with the fires, and had just received a notice for evacuation and looking for prayers and all that stuff. Massive amounts of engagement on the post. It was really nice to see the support um, that she got. And last I heard, her son is okay. I don't remember about his property or living situation, but I know he's okay. Might be back even, I don't know. Or I don't remember. Um, so Crystal posted, let's see here. And I have to sort through each one as I'm going. So Crystal posted earlier this month uh, after some other post where she had mentioned, she doesn't engage, and I asked her to engage, and she engaged here. She made a post, and glad that she posted. Glad that she's in the situation she's in now, where basically she had to deal with some stuff relating to cancer. Um, and wanted to make more people aware of symptoms, getting colonoscopies, which I'm actually supposed to be getting one, or my first one very soon, also too. Not looking forward to it at all. No, I have to do it, but I'm not looking forward to it. But more importantly, glad that Crystal was able to make it through, made the post, got the tremendous support that she did. Looks like 12,700 reach with 250 comments, which is awesome. And the metrics don't always show like comments necessarily. So the engagement again, who knows? Anyway, and what's funny is that that same post by Crystal, like the stats for reach is different with my metrics than it actually is on the post, which doesn't matter. It's just a bunch of group owner talk. Let's see, another one here. A post that I made to refer a business that's not your own. Got a ton of love on it. Almost 11, well, okay, 10,000 reach and 400 engagement on it. That was really cool to see that. And then had a post with someone. Some of the reactions to this were really garbage. This lady had mentioned she was driving, felt like she or heard something that sounded like a gunshot to her car while she was driving on the freeway, and people saying like, no, it wasn't a gunshot or whatever. Which I realized maybe part of the post was, like, was this a gunshot or whatever, but just the way people responded wasn't cool. Typical social media keyboard warrior type stuff. Um, that eventually I found out about it and shut down some of it. Um, so that one had about a 15,000 reach with a 12,000 engagement. Massive engagement. I don't know if I've seen one higher than that before, actually. And then some other ones that were really cool. So that's just I don't know if you'll find any enjoyment in that or value, but that's kind of what I look at sometimes to see different metrics and to see different types of posts and how they're performing. Uh, so that's that. Awesome. Next topic. So this past couple weeks, so we're now entering around the third week of January or whatever it is, and we've had some amazing events so far that I kind of wanted to recap. So a few weeks ago, we had our first sports league match, whatever you want to call it. It was volleyball, or is volleyball still going on every Wednesday, I believe. Check with Tosh on that or our events calendar. And so much fun. It was the first time I've played. It was a bunch of just people hanging out playing for fun, but still, it was like the first time playing competitively in probably, I don't know, 30 years, if not more. Like I've gone to the park and played with my daughter, but and I thoroughly enjoy that and I'm grateful for it. But playing with people at a park-like setting, no matter their skill level, was a lot of fun. And I'm grateful Tasha arranged that, and it's still going on. So that was super fun. Look out for next month, future um, sports, because it's not always going to be volleyball. We also had a class just recently with Dave Robbins, who's a financial planner, certified financial planner with Moores and Cabot. Really awesome class with, I hate to say basic information, but basic information that's extremely useful and important. That even if you think you know stuff about finances and stocks and bonds, 401ks, Roths, whatever, this class really just reinforced that or even made us learn more about what he talked about. So I would highly encourage you to stay kept up to speed with the different things that we're offering. Hopefully Dave offers another class because they're very useful. Next month is our CPA class. That'll be awesome. So I would highly encourage you to keep monitoring in the Facebook group, our events tab on the website, click on the events link or tab there, and then subscribe to the calendar that's there. And when you subscribe, it's not like I get access to your calendar. All it's doing is syncing our calendar to yours, which doesn't mean you've RSVP'd. It just simply means you are aware of the event. And if you want to go, let us know. It's as simple as that. And I want to give a big shout out, obviously, to Dave for hosting or teaching the class, but also Megan. I'm going to butcher her last name, so I'm not even going to bother. Um, Owner of that crazy dog lady, which is off 16th Street in Bell, who is gracious enough to open up her place, her store to us. She runs a very successful and what would be the word? She is very passionate about what she does, which is dog grooming. They do it, and then there's also a self-service wash there. And then um, there's also treats, dog treats, and it's just a you can see, feel, hear, sense her passion by just being there. And then if you ever get a chance to speak with her, that's 100x. She is an amazing human and does a great job with what she does and has an amazing vision for what she wants to do. I would highly, highly, highly encourage you to support her business. It would mean a lot to me and the community. She is not an advertiser. She does not pay me to say that. I am letting you know because I believe in what she's doing. She's a awesome person, and I want to support those people. So, that crazy dog lady, 16th Street in Bell, she does have another location in Glendale, I think. I don't remember the address. If you go to Google, you'll probably find that one. But if you live closer to 16th Street in Bell and you have a dog and that dog needs grooming, which they do, please, please, please visit Megan. Um, Let me try to find her last name. So if you're on Google or Facebook and you want to try to find her, you can find her that way. I don't know if I'll be able to do it that quickly. You can probably hear me typing. So maybe I won't butcher it, but last name is Birchie. Bertchie. That crazy dog lady. Um, she's awesome. Just really, really awesome. We're grateful she hosted our class and opened up her store for us. That was pretty cool too. So we've gone over some top posts. We've gone over some events, different events, and Dave, our financial planner, Megan, owner of that crazy dog lady. Something I would like to add is I'm sure you've heard me talk about Valleypalooza before. It is our event in April, April 19th, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. over at Paradise Valley Community College. It's our second one. Last year was obviously our first one. We had close to 40 vendors last year, 40 businesses partake in the event. And this year we've exceeded that number. We're still shy of our goal of 100. And there are multiple reasons why we want 100. And we're very grateful for who we do have, and we're very much looking forward to attracting more businesses that want to show off their business at the event, get more community exposure, and help them with their business. So, it's April 19th. If you don't own a business, don't know of a business owner, please just show up. It's going to be amazing. Whether we have 60 vendors, 80 or 100, it's still going to be amazing. We've got some amazing, awesome food trucks that are there and food options. Um, let's see. I'm really, really stoked by the activities. So before I forget the activity, well, before I forget this, the activities, but we've got a live band, Velvet Crush with Kelly is going to be there. And then we've got uh, the Arizona Rattlers, our newest partnership. They're going to be there. Hopefully, Striker's going to be there and their cheerleaders along with their trophy. But the Arizona Rattlers organization will be there. Sean with Put on the Cape organization. Sean, if it's put on your cape, I can never remember. I'm sorry. Awesome organization that we're teaming up with this year as our charity partner. Um, yeah, so cool. So all the superheroes are going to be there running through the event, walking through the event, talking, hanging out with everyone. I mean, how much better does it get than that? Like, that's awesome. But the activities. So we're also going to have an RV that's going to be there that's get a chance to walk through and all it's all decked out with all the things it has. So that's going to be cool. We're going to have a senior section. So if you're a senior or know of a senior that wants to be there, doesn't want to be involved with everyone else, there will be a senior section, still part of the event, but it will be a dedicated senior section. So you can feel a little bit more comfortable and know that that area is for yourself. Now, activities. I'm beyond excited about this and for it. So there's some things I still can't announce yet, but we are going to have a couple bounce houses like we did last year. And then we are going to also have different like kids activities, including a face painter, same face painter as last year, who's amazing at what she does, Andriona, with splendid absurdity, did an amazing job, does an amazing job. Cannot wait to have her back. One of the things that we heard from almost every family member that was there was how awesome she is. So we're honored she's coming back. And as of maybe late last week, early this week, just announced that we're going to have a company that brings out mini golf to us. So there's going to be 9 holes of mini golf to do for adults and kids. All you need to do is bring your A game. We've got the golf holes, we've got the golf balls, the putters, and you just bring your A game and have at it. It's going to be super fun. So go shopping, buy some stuff from our amazing businesses, listen to some live music, grab some amazing grub from our trucks, our food vendors, grab a seat, listen to the music, watch your kids play on the bounce houses, go play some golf. There's even going to be, I haven't really totally announced this, but this part I can. There's also going to be a foam party. So kids, adults want to hop in the foam, hop in the foam. It's going to be an absolute blast. And that's not everything. In the weeks to come, I will announce other stuff, but that's what I can talk about now. So foam party, golf, food trucks, live music, um, amazing vendors, community. What else do you need? I can't think of much. So, let's see, what else should we talk about? And when I do these podcasts, I don't necessarily like have an agenda. It's all very kind of just winging it. So also why I keep umming, because I don't agenda this stuff. It's all just me kind of just talking. I like to talk. I'm very passionate about living North Phoenix. I'm very passionate about Valleypalooza, our community, local, and that's what I talk about. So I could just talk all the time. Although that would probably get more boring or boring for you guys. So I guess one other thing I'll touch on. So at the very beginning, I was going to say I'm with the ball and real estate team, which I am. So I am a realtor. And here we go. This is perfect. So when I started living North Phoenix 6 years ago, the goal was never to have it be a real estate group. It is a group to support local, celebrate community. So when I started it, as I'm sure you've heard, looking for an Indian food restaurant and um, a bunch of dudes to play basketball with. That was the goal behind the group. I also started my local Nextdoor group. Not a big fan of Nextdoor. I think I'm currently blocked on it, actually, even though I'm the founder of my area. And I wanted another spot. So I started the group, invited my friends, and then it eventually took off, and here we are. But it was never about me posting, like deals that I have or showing off what I sold or stuff like that. Now, I will post my clients' homes for sale when they are a member of the group or in the area because I feel that's relevant. They're in the group. They would like it to be seen, most likely. And we allow everyone else to post their stuff also. whenever they have a home for sale or a home for rent, they're allowed to post that too. It's not just for me. So if you've gotten this far in the podcast, I would very much appreciate your feedback on this. I am current, and it's feedback. If you tell me yes, doesn't mean I will do it. If you tell me no, it doesn't mean I won't do it. I'm looking for feedback. I will hear all of it, and I would very much appreciate it. I do not want this group to turn into a real estate-based group, ever. What I will say, though, is I've been criticized, usually by keyboard warriors who just like to say shit and don't know real data. And I don't make this up. I don't remember the exact numbers, but at some point a couple days ago, let's just call it 15 days through the year, I had made 60 posts. Nah, that's not right. It was probably 10 or 11 days into the year, and I had made 60 posts. Of those 60, including that one, I had about 5 or 6 posts that were relating to real estate. And that last one was really a joke. It wasn't meant to be a real estate post, but just include it in there and say six. So 10%. And it wasn't 10%. It was lower. So let's just say, and that's my own posts. We average, um, I want to say I could go back and look, but I want to say we average close to 60 posts a day. So if that's, let me pull up a calculator, and if my math is correct and I can do this quickly, so 60 posts times 30. So just say we get 1,800 posts a month, which seems like a lot. It doesn't really sound right. Let's just assume it is. Um, of those 1,800 posts, I would have the equivalent of 25. So if my math is right, so that is around, that doesn't seem right, 14% posts of the posts. That really doesn't seem right. But no, maybe that's 1.4%. That seems more accurate, not 14%. So let's just say 2% of the overall posts in the group are relating to real estate at this time. Let's just say that number doubled to 4%. And I was to post, let's just say, a post a day about something related to real estate that I consider valuable. And I tend to be pretty hard on myself. So it's not like I would just be posting something saying like, this home was listed for 500 grand and it sold for 525. No one other than the homeowner that sold it gives a shit about those numbers. Well, I guess the realtor would have too. Uh, Outside of that, no one cares. It doesn't give value. But maybe let's say like I made a post, which I did, and I think this was valuable. This is not my ego talking to say I know what to post and everything's perfect. It's just if I don't think there's value to it, I'm not going to post it. Doesn't mean 100% of what I post is valuable, but in this case, I thought it might be. Is At the bottom of MLS listings, it will show when a home is sold. Like let's say it's sold for, or it was listed for 500, sold for 500, but the seller gave 3% in closing costs, which means they paid 15 grand towards the buyer's closing cost, 15 grand. Still sold it for 500. That's what they got. Now their net number's different, but it doesn't matter. But as a buyer, you might want to know, or seller even, you might want to know in this market, which doesn't mean every home, but this specific home and other homes like it right now are paying buyer's closing costs. So I found it potentially valuable to let people know that homeowners, sure, you still might sell for 500, but you might actually quote unquote net 485 before commissions and fees. And then from a buyer standpoint, maybe you pay 500, but you can get them to pay 15 grand of your closing costs. So you come out of pocket 15 grand less. So if I were to post more stuff like that, not that every day, I'm not that's insane. But stuff like that, please, please, please let me know if that would change your opinion of the group, and if you would be less likely to have the same thought that you do. I would love to hear your feedback on that. Um, and if you happen to think it's a good idea, please let me know what you would find to be valuable so I could include that in whatever post I have. I would again greatly appreciate that. So, I'm going to wrap it up now because I got some stuff to work on. I think I've said enough. I appreciate you listening as always. I appreciate you being a part of the community, and I will stand by this. The community is what's important to me, always has been. It's not about me being the admin and being on some ego trip to be able to do what I want. If that was the case, I would be posting whatever I wanted whenever I wanted. I do post things that I feel are valuable. But I don't just post to post. I don't just post to get like self-benefit from it. One thing I will add a couple weeks ago or last week, whatever, is I shared a picture of me at Fatso's Pizzeria or restaurant, I should say, which if you're near 32nd Street and Thunderbird and just want a fun environment that feels like a big family table without it being family. Want good food, good beer, good environment, good service, good pricing from people who care, who've been around a while. Stop by Fatso's restaurant. They are awesome. So I shared a picture of me with two thumbs up saying, have you been to Fatso's before? And someone called me out on that being self-promotion for business, which never said I was a realtor, and I don't own Fatso's, so I'm not promoting anything. I can understand someone could say, well, if you share a picture of yourself, you're promoting yourself. Um, okay, whatever. Yeah, whatever. Sure. Anyway, thanks for listening. Thanks for being a part of the community. It means a lot to me. Anything that you can do to help grow the community, please let me know. Please partake in that. Remember to engage in the community. Remember to attend our events. Remember to plan for Valleypalooza. And thanks for listening. Have an awesome day or whenever you're listening to this. We'll see you on the next podcast and take care.